Hello, beautiful scintillating spirits. I am doing a general reading for the solar eclipse in Aquarius that is happening Tuesday, February 17th, in conjunction with the Lunar New Year or the Chinese New Year. We're pulling with that energy in mind, and I will be pulling for two groups today. So I'm going to have you pick which group you resonate with more. Now, I'm trying to catch the little bits of rays of sun in my office here, so I will post a photo of these crystals as well. But we have this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful agate. And I'll put the photo here somewhere also if this is not doing it. But if this resonates with you, you're going to go ahead and stay for that group. We also have this carnelian. And if this carnelian resonates with you, you're going to go ahead and find the other video, okay? All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. If you do not know, there is a solar eclipse in Aquarius tomorrow. I'm recording this on Monday. And I'm going to try to get it posted Monday as well, so that you'll have as much time for this video to find you wherever you need it to find you. But if it finds you after, do not worry. The impacts of this eclipse are going to be felt for quite some time. We're getting a new eclipse in this Aquarius Leo axis. So it'll be the first of many. We're just starting a new theme, and it's also squaring Uranus. So there's going to be really big changes, really big impacts that are felt. Eclipses, if you're not already knowledgeable, are a time of chaos, you could say, but it is really a really great time of reflection. Eclipses give us the gift of showing us what is no longer needed, and providing us the opportunity to grow by letting go and transforming that energy. So we're going to start off with these oracle cards. I had two fall out for you. This is going to be thinking about where your attention needs to be going and your energy needs to be flowing, starting from tomorrow or starting from the day of the eclipse onward, or whenever you find this video onward. Again, thinking about what are the lessons that this eclipse, the solar eclipse, has to teach you. We have abundance and the number 1. And we have the spirit of the north. Oh, I love. So let's start with that energy of abundance. The number 1 in numerology is all about beginnings. It's all about planting the seeds. And I'm going to keep this card up just because she's so stunning. And I'm going to see if there's any imagery that speaks to you. But with this abundance, we're thinking about how we call abundance into our life. And often we think of abundance in the financial sense, in the sense of wealth. And that is, of course, a form of abundance. But abundance can be seen and felt in our lives in so many different ways. An abundance of love, an abundance of community, abundance of so many different things, right? And I think one big thing here that this solar eclipse is calling to you is the need to feel and embrace abundance as a state of being, as opposed to something that you have to go out and get, right? If you're seeking love, for example, an abundance of joy, if you feel an abundance of joy, that love will come and it'll find you. It'll be attracted to you. It'll be magnetized to you. It's almost like, you know how people talk about how when they're single, it seems like they just can't find people. But when they're happy and in a relationship, it seems like everybody is coming up to them and talking to them. And that is the embodiment of when you are living joy, when you are feeling joy, right? You feel secure, you feel joyous in your secure relationship. Suddenly it seems like everybody wants to approach you and everybody wants to be in that energy. It's because that joy magnetizes that love. And so even just taking that kind of concept to this, if you want an abundance of wealth, right? If that's something you've been wanting, if you want an abundance of career opportunities, right? There's the first step of feeling it and leaning into that feeling, because everything in this earth is vibration based and it's feeling based, right? Our feelings are the quickest guide to how and where we are on our path and how we get to where we want to be going. So first and foremost, the advice for the solar eclipse is to really lean into that feeling of abundance. And instead of waiting for there to be some type of physical evidence of the abundance, allowing yourself to be, allowing your feelings to be the evidence of the abundance, and then that abundance finding you and coming to you. We also got Spirit of the North, which is earth, the element of earth. And with this, there's this need for grounding. So it's really feeling like this is a time, this eclipse season for you is a time for you to be really grounding yourself, for you to be pouring into your daily routines, your daily rituals, your daily habits. They may feel mundane, but that really build towards that abundance that you're seeking, and really emphasizing and finding what are the daily things that you could be doing to be leaning into those feelings of abundance, whatever abundance means to you. At the bottom, we got ceremony. So again, it really does feel like this is something where for this solar eclipse squaring Uranus, you're really being called to lean into what does abundance mean for you? What does that look like for you? And how can you invite it into your life before even having the physical evidence of whatever that abundance looks like for you? As well as leaning into those daily habits. Like I said, it may feel mundane, but the day-to-day things that we do, the little habits that we create, the rituals that we lean into, they become the evidence, right? The building of who we want to be and who we are at the end of the day. Let's see what advice your guides have for you through the tarot. What advice do you have for this collective spirit? Oh, we got the Five of Cups in reverse. Interesting, with the Artist at the bottom. So there's this energy of no longer falling into this victim mentality, no longer focusing on what you do not have. And especially, like I said, eclipse energy is all about chaos. It's all about shaking things up and basically releasing things from you, things that you do not need, things that do not serve you. And so in doing so, in this chaos, right, being able to recognize what is still standing and give appreciation and gratitude for that, as opposed to focusing on what is no longer there. With that, we got the Six of Wands. We have victory, and at the bottom, the Moon. Yeah. So you're somebody who's very much destined for this abundance. You're destined for victory. It's all there for you. And right now, this eclipse is going to be showing you how leaning into those daily habits, how leaning into that feeling of abundance, how feeling that abundance before it even comes into the physical manifestation is going to be the evidence of your success. Instead of being somebody who feels like they're down and out because they lost something, recognizing, oh, that was never sturdy. That ground I was standing on was never sturdy to begin with. Those things were never going to make it through life's trials and tribulations, right? Like if you set up and build a proper house out of brick versus if you set up a tarp, right, and the tarp gets blown away, I feel most of us wouldn't be very upset about that being blown away. Well, okay, we'd be upset that it's blown away, but we wouldn't be like, oh man, I can't believe that didn't stand the test of time. Like I really thought that was gonna be my house, my home. Like, no, we know it's like a temporary means, and so it's evidence to us that, oh, this is not going to stand the test of time. This is not going to be able to provide to us what we need it to provide to us. Okay, you got like a handful of cards here. So let's see all what you got. Yeah, there's this huge shift in mentality from this, oh my god, this shakeup. This huge shift in mentality from feeling trapped with this Eight of Swords, the Six of Swords being that change of mind, that change of your mindset, that leaving behind of what doesn't serve you, that being willing to leave behind what doesn't serve you and looking ahead. Yes, of course, there are going to be certain people or situations that you're going to miss, or that'll be hard to, or not hard, but it'll take some time to adjust, right? It won't necessarily all be easy, but we're leaving behind this idea that we're trapped. We're recognizing that we have more autonomy and more power than we perhaps perceived before. With this Tower and with this High Priestess, this Tower is definitely that eclipse energy, that shaking away, that letting go of the ego. We see the mask falling away from this man. The shedding of the ego. And the high priestess, she is the divine feminine. She is somebody who recognizes that there is strength in being able to sit and allow yourself to connect to your highest self and allow your manifestations to come to you. Again, that abundance and that spirit of the north, there's this emphasis on really grounding yourself and being able to lean into practices that bring forth those manifestations, that abundance that you're wanting. And in particular, really, really, really feeling that abundance before it even gets here. We have the Page of Wands and we have the Seven of Wands. Something else that's going to be really important during this time is going to be recognizing what is worth fighting for and what isn't. Like, what are you willing to stand your ground on? What are your boundaries? And maintaining that and letting go of anything that is not that. And the Page of Wands, being willing to be a novice, being willing to try new things and to put your best self out there and to, and to be willing to just be new and to try new things. All right, we're gonna see if there's any more advice for you, and then we'll pull a affirmation card. Let me go pick those up. I also had my lights just because I feel like I'm chasing the sun right now. Okay, so we got Death and Justice with the King of Swords at the bottom for those cards that I just pulled for you. So again, there's this huge shedding of what was in order to make way for what is and what you're calling in. There's definitely and then with this Justice, this feeling of things are kind of righting themselves. There's this need to trust that everything is being balanced in your favor, that you're being called to right now as things are being shaken up, as the universe is showing you what is not meant to stay in your life and what is not serving you, allowing those things to fall away and trusting that the universe is going to take care of what is not for you and settling any old scores, but that your priority right now is focusing on that abundance, is focusing on going within and really leaning into the divine feminine. And you don't have to be a woman to be able to receive that message, because we all have a divine feminine and divine masculine. In particular, just the divine feminine being leaning into your intuition, listening to that voice that knows, that inner knowing before the actual decision is made, and going with that. If it feels like a resounding yes, yes. And if it doesn't, sit and feel through it. Don't just make decisions for the sake of making decisions, right? Allow things to fall away and allow yourself to observe and to feel and to reflect. But really, really, really leaning into your daily practices and what it means and what it feels like to be abundant. Let's pull a affirmation card for you. I was like, I don't know where I put the deck. Let's pull an affirmation card for you to end this message. Okay, as I shuffle this, do you remember that eclipses are messy, okay? They are chaotic. So give yourself time to breathe. Give yourself, especially with this message, it really feels like you're going to be stepping into your power, but a big part of that is letting your ego fall away. For so long, it feels like your ego may have held on to feelings of helplessness, of longing, of not having enough. And you're stepping into this victory now, right? The Six of Wands. You're stepping into this abundance. But in order to do that, there's the death of how you saw yourself, right? There's this tower moment of that shedding of the ego. And that's no easy task. So give yourself grace where you can give yourself grace. And really just allow yourself to love on yourself and to lean into what allows you to feel good and to feel whole. All right, this is your self-care card. Let's go ahead and read it together. If I love us, I have to want us to evolve more than I want us to stay comfortable. I love the universe. If I love us, I have to want us to evolve more than I want us to stay comfortable. I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. I hope that this resonates. Of course, this is a general reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest. If you'd ever like to book a personal reading with me, there is information on my page on how to do that. I would love to be able to read for you. I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your day and that this helps you feel empowered through this eclipse season. Okay, I love you all. Beijinhos.